After clocking 100 kilometers, we reached a place called Mulanje, from where we faced some of the worst headwinds that we met on this entire trip. The winds were so strong and they pushed us back to a crawling speed. The winds delayed us a lot as we had to stop at some point to wait for the winds to die down a bit, but to no avail. We then decided to just proceed. I blame the environmental degradation for the strong winds. As far as the eye can see, there are very few to no trees in most of this area. The use of firewood and charcoal has contributed to this damage to the environment. The few trees that are remaining are still being cut down for household fuel and burning bricks. As a nation, we need to join hands to restore the forests this country used to have, as the results of the environmental damage are beginning to bite us back, like the recent Cyclone Freddy damage. Cycling in the winds can be very challenging, which is difficult to explain to someone that has never ridden a bike. Simply put, the experience is like what you feel when you are sitting at the back of a fast-moving open truck. The winds are strong enough to push you from one side of the road to the other. You end up wasting a lot of energy as you have to deal with the climbs on top of the wind, which makes it to feel like you are working twice as hard to attain a desired speed. We stopped momentarily at Lekubila, where we refueled and relaxed a bit before proceeding. We had a chat with a few locals who were impressed with the distance we had covered so far and the task that was remaining up ahead for us. One of the locals was able to appreciate what we were going through, as he had himself done a similarly long cycling tour in his heydays, and gave us his encouragement to proceed and fulfill our goal. Lekubila is the entrance to the popular tourist spots on the beautiful Mulanje mountain. For those seeking to hike the mountain or visit the popular Zulan Kalamba, the entrance to the mountain is right at this place. Tour guides are always readily available to help at a fee. Mulanje has many cash crops, one of the main ones being tea, which not only brings employment and cash to the locals but also adds beauty to the area. Tea is an evergreen plant that is grown all year round. Most of the tea is exported outside the country and helps to bring in some forex which the country desperately needs. Soon after we reached this place, we got a wire transfer of some cash from Sanderson, our fellow cyclist who had failed to join us due to work commitments. The team was overjoyed to receive the money for additional refreshments and food. Meanwhile, Thom from Mulanje Cycling Club also arrived to give us additional morale and escort us for a few kilometers. It's always nice to see familiar faces and know that some people care about our cause. Thank you guys. We stopped momentarily at a well-wisher's house where we were given some Thobwa. Thobwa is a Malawian fermented drink that has a milky appearance, a cereal taste and a grainy texture. It is made from white maize and millet or sorghum and is popular in all parts of the country. The name Thobwa means sweet beer, and although it is non-alcoholic, it can be left for 5 days and it will turn to more all beer. soon as we turned west on Mulanje Cycling Road, the headwind suddenly died and we were finally free. Not so free of course, as we were now going to start descending back to Mulanje. But the road is one of the best cycling roads in the country, so we were in for a sweet and sour treat. Despite covering almost 140 kilometers at this point, no one was showing any signs of exhaustion. We had made it to the last checkpoint within the scheduled time of 1300 hours, and we were all confident that we will make it to the finish line just as planned. There is a shorter route which we could have taken at this point, which could have reduced the journey by 40 kilometers. However, none of us was ready to make such a grave mistake. We all wanted to clock not less than 200 kilometers before end of the day.